Welcome back to another episode of the incredibly popular series here on Unbox Therapy, Gadgets under a particular price point. Today, we're back to gadgets under $10. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first things first, on the far side here, we have a light bulb. Obviously, I wouldn't show you a standard light bulb. This one is a little bit fancier. So it's kind of like a budget version of the Philips Hue or one of those other programmable Wi-Fi connected bulbs. Now, obviously this one is a little bit more low tech for 10 bucks, but you do have a remote control and you can change the color of it. So for a basic type of installation, you can have all the ambience of a colorful light without the expenditure of a Wi-Fi connected one. All right, so I have my famous Ikea lamp here with wireless charger built in. I did a video on this. Very interesting. You can charge, you can lamp, you can do it all. So I'm gonna put this in. Seems right. And now my magic lighting remote controller. I'll pull this tab out. We might need some lights off. Would you look at that? All the basic ones, white, blue, green, red, and then of course the different sequences. The flashing, the breathing cycle. Look how gentle that is. Okay, so a simple way to add some ambience to your light fixture or to your room, maybe your bedroom, without the investment of a whole setup that's connected to your network. Maybe this is on your bedside table and it's under 10 bucks. All right, so next up we have a couple of items here that are kind of connected. This guy here and this guy here. This is for people who drink beer. Could work for a Coca-Cola, doesn't really matter. But this one over here is specifically for bottles. Look at this. This was like 4 bucks for both of these, I think. This is a bottle cap remover, which also happens to fire the bottle cap. Why? I don't know. For fun, I guess. They give you 2 included, and they also give you a ring, which can open a bottle as well. A bottle cap opener ring. You gotta be a serious drinker to wear that at all times, but it looks like it should function. It's way less fun than this unit here. Before I use that, I do wanna mention another gadget here, the beer chiller stick. This is for a warm beer in order to instantly chill it and keep it cold. This little unit here, rather than having to be filled with water, it has some sort of frozen fluid in there. You stick this thing in the freezer, and if you get stuck with the warm beverage, you slide this in and instantly it's cold. Now in the package it came with 2, and just like on a fancy cooking show, I already have the other one frozen. So I'm gonna crack the beer and then I'm gonna test this out, see how quickly this guy can cool down a warm beer. So you can see this is frosty, very cold. We're gonna use that in a moment. First, let's try this bottle opener, see how this functions here. All right, so this, I get in there like this. Ooh. Very nice, look at that. Comes off quite easily, and then what? Do we fire it? You ready for this? You're gonna lose an eye here. Do not fire this at people, okay? It's still a metal projectile. Let's try it, could be fun. Oh, that had some good distance to it. You pop the bottle, you fire it into and there's no mess. You don't get these bottle caps lying around everywhere. It actually has some utility to it. It's also kind of fun. Let's slide this guy in and see what happens. Okay, here we go. There's like a gasket, a rubber gasket in there, so it's secure. So the beverage itself enters that chamber and then comes up the ice cold contraption. It's definitely not ice cold yet. Maybe this thing is targeted more at keeping a beer cold, as it says on the top here. But then again, if you have an ice cold beer, how long are you holding on to it? What are you doing? You holding on to it for a couple of hours or what? You need to keep it cold or do you need to make it cold? Let's find out. I mean, it's definitely colder, but it ain't ice cold. It's not like the Hyper Chiller. This is more to keep it cold. All right, if it's a really hot day, you're out there, but it ain't an ice cold beer. All right, so next up we have this thing here, Zag Gadget cleaning foam. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's see here. Now you're gonna get fingerprints on your device no matter what. But the thinking here is you can get it back to a reasonable cleanliness and then do it all over again. There they are, right in there, those guys. Nobody wants that. Look at it right there. So we're gonna come with the foam here, put it on the microfiber. Ooh, okay. It's like a car wash up in here. And we're gonna hit the device. It does the trick very nicely, in fact. Oh my. A nice and fresh display. It works. I didn't expect otherwise. Like, I expected it to work. The question is, how much better is it than spray? One area where I think this could be real nice is on laptop displays, on the display of your laptop. You're like, how did those... I never touch the display on my laptop. Yet, when you turn off the screen, it's like, there's inevitably fingerprints on there. I have no idea how it happens, but it always happens. So the last one of the day, it is the Arctic Breeze Mobile. It's a USB fan. They're super cheap now. This is under 10 bucks. And what I liked about this one, it has this maneuverable neck to it, so you can direct your Breeze. Plug this into the laptop. Let's do it. All right, so you got a USB port on a laptop here, like this one. You know, you want to have it kind of up like this. I'm gonna twist it like this. Look at that. I'm cooling down. That's a decent little breeze going on there. You're getting a nice little breeze. Staying awake. And what I like here is there's no separate stand. It sits up on this arm here, and there you go. All right, so there you have it. That's 5 cool gadgets you can get right now for under 10 bucks. And here is the crazy part. This episode has been sponsored by Privacy.com, and they are a site where you can actually set up virtual credit cards to shop online while protecting your identity. Let me give you an example of how this works. Let's say there's a site you want to shop from, but you don't want them to have your credit card info of your actual credit card. So you can set up a virtual card. Think of it like a burner card, and you can move funds from your actual card to that one. So if something were to go wrong, you haven't compromised your main card and your total balance. You only put into that place what you want to use for that exact transaction. You can also use these virtual cards for subscription services that might be pulling money directly over time, and then they might give you a hassle when you go to cancel. Well, who cares? They only had access to a virtual card. Plus, on certain sites, you might not want to give up personal information. You might not want them to know your address and things like this. That's where Privacy.com comes in. Allows you to shop online without giving up your personal data or your personal financial info. It's actually really easy to use, and it works like a regular credit card. And because they're sponsoring this show, they're gonna give you guys 10 bucks to start. 10 free dollars. Go to the link in the description, sign up, try the service out, buy any of these gadgets I just mentioned, or any other gadget for that matter. It's free. I'm serious. It's actually free. Shout out to Privacy.com for the cool promo and for sponsoring this episode. Now go spend the cash. I'm serious. Get one of these gadgets. Or maybe there's something better. I don't know. Comments? Here's a good one from Donald Trump. Something tells me that's not actually him, but very original username there. What one gadget would you take with you for the rest of your life? This is easy, right? I don't know. Am I gonna have battery life? Am I gonna have electricity? Because if so, I'm taking my smartphone. Okay, it can do the most things. I can stay in contact, communicate. I can play games on it. I can watch YouTube. Assuming the infrastructure stays up and running, a smartphone is that one gadget that's on you all the time. It's the one that gives you access to everything else. So the rest of my life gadget would have to be a smartphone. Here's a good one. How do you get so amped up every episode? Your videos are the loudest I watch. At times, I've got to reduce the volume, but man, it's fun to watch. Keep up the psyche. You know what? It's a good question, because I feel that it's important to bring my A game to the table. I try to remember what it's like to get some new gadget, because ultimately, I'm an enthusiast first. I'm interested in tech, like naturally. Without this channel, that's why I got into this channel. So if I come on here and it's just like, ho-hum, here we go, another product, another gadget, then I'm not really doing service to the thing and to what your experience would be like if you were interacting with that thing. I've done like 1,200 videos. There's so many products that come through, they start to just look like a stack. It starts to look like a pile. Who would want to watch that? If I get pumped about a product, whether it's on camera or otherwise, this is me. I'm amped. I'm like, look at that thing. That thing is cool. You need to go out and get one. That's me to you, and it's me in my regular life to people who ask me that question. They say, Lou, what do I need? I say, you need to listen to me right now. All right, here's what you need to do. That's what I do. That's who I am. If you can't get passionate about it, why are people asking you for, why are you the one that people are asking for advice if you don't even care? So the reason I'm amped is because I care. Oh, here's a good one. Hey, Lou, I've got a question. How much time does it take to record a video? Do you get to enjoy your life too? Yes, believe it or not, I have a lot of time left. So one thing about my videos is that they're never scripted. Okay, I'm not sitting down and I'm like formulating how I'm going to express something. I want it to be organic. You know, I want to go off the top. Like, what is this thing making me feel? How am I interpreting it? What is the impression? What is the reaction? Those are the important components to me. So because of that, it means for the most part, I get to sit here, put a product in front of me and see what happens. And the good part about that is it means I can make a lot of videos. I don't need to necessarily invest my whole life. Plus, I work with great people who are able to take certain tasks off my plate when it comes to editing and other things. So I can have a pretty decent balance between how often I'm at work, how often I'm at home, and how often I'm doing things that I enjoy. There you go. 3 questions answered for you. Remember, leave your questions in the comment section of this video and you might show up on the next episode.